It's not too loud, is it?
It's fucking screaming.
Nah, it'll probably be alright. You could just remember to talk loudly. It'll be totally fine. So I guess we need to describe what we're doing.
Well, we're obviously I'm sat here with a delicious pint of the Irish cream.
Is that the finest Guinness?
Yeah, it's pretty nice actually. It's got a good head and stable legs, like a fine wine.
Fine wine. I know my way around a wine myself.
And it's very smooth on the old gullet.
And then we've got what's it called? Bonghenge. Monhenge. Surrounding empty glasses of Guinness.
Jaeger bombs.
A few of those.
And Heineken.
I'm talking about Harry's skate deck career. Talk to me about, as we're in the pub, talk to me about Guinness drinking, straight off the bat.
What a question.
Because you have quite a presence on Instagram. People were worried about your health at one point.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Makepeace gave me a message actually. He's like, he's like, cut down on the Guinness. And in all fairness, it's probably true. But the thing is, it's just so delicious. I fucking love it.
Why does it taste so good? I rarely drink it.
Why is it so nice? It's black and white, which is nice. I like the colour of black and white. It's like a racial thing, you know?
Yeah, okay, I see.
Equality, that kind of thing.
And you're all for that, right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'll just walk you through a little Guinness tasting experience now. Okay, so I'm raising a glass to my mouth.
Raising the glass to his mouth.
Lips are ready to receive. Oh. So first off, you get this sort of the creaminess of the head of the Guinness, followed by the velvety influx of divine stout, washing it down. Yeah, I mean, there's some paralleled, man. I mean, I do drink lager and stuff, and I do drink cider as well. But Guinness is a special thing. It's a special thing for me, you know.
What effect does it have on you, drinking Guinness?
It's like makes me forget all the angst and pain. Basically, like that's the main thing. No, it's just not. It's nice. It's not like if you drink lager, then I think lager gives you a bit of a bit of a belch, a bit of gas, you know. But, you know, sometimes it's a good thing, but just Guinness is a lot smoother. And it's easy to drink. I find it easy to drink. Some people think it's a bit like heavy. Not to me.
I personally find it really heavy. I can drink 2 and then that's it. I'm full. But you're capable of drinking, I mean, what are we talking?
I could do a little cheeky sixer.
Cheeky sixer.
On a work night, on a school night.
On a school night, cheeky sixer. Let me try a bit of that.
It's delicious, isn't it?
It's alright. I don't know, it's still pretty foreign to me. When did you start drinking in pubs?
That's a goodie. I was 17. There's a pub around the corner from me, the Green Bank, where I met my current girlfriend. Actually, she used to serve me Guinness. So obviously it's But yeah, I used to go in there after work when I was 17. And the girl behind the bar, Donna, she used to serve me. She knew I was underage, but she'd serve me the black stuff. It was beautiful.
So it's been a long-term love affair with the black stuff.
It has been a long-term love affair. Funny.
And you used to go to pubs like when you were a lot younger with people who are much older than you, right?
Yeah. I used to go to the local pubs in Easton, which is a area in Bristol, and there's a lot of pubs and there's a lot of locals and stuff like that. And I was once known as the youngest barfly in Easton.
The youngest.
The youngest barfly in Easton. I was pretty hyped to that, man. Like,
yeah. And did they know you? Were you underage at that point, or were you?
Nah, I was probably like 20, 21.
Yeah. And you're hanging out with people much older than you.
Yeah, like 40-year-olds and shit, like 50-year-olds.
And you listen. And what do they talk about?
Just like proper things, like real stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like work and stuff, like music as well. Like, you know, the thing about talking of older people is they got a lot more experience in life and stuff, and they've learned a lot of lessons already, and they can give you good guidance and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So.
I think, and they got more to say than young people. Like when I was like 20 and stuff, we go to pub with young people, they're just chatting shit all the time. You know, it's quite fun sometimes, but I think the older gentlemen frequenting the local pub, they have a little bit more to say and they have a bit more knowledge and stuff.
So you've been working since then. Well, you got into these circles from through work, right? Or was it through where you lived? You live in Easton in Bristol, but you've worked as a...
Yeah, I left school when I was... I started drinking when I was like 17, and I started working on construction sites, building sites when I was 16 years old. So it's literally straight out of school, straight onto working and stuff, and then I start to go to the pub with the guys I was working with. Yeah, and it just kind of blossomed. The relationship blossomed. With
you were skating the whole time.
Yeah, I've been skateboarding since I was 12 or 13.
And the whole time you've been working hard and you've been going to the pub and stuff, you've been skating, and that has never sort of like, that's never really stopped, has it? Or has it?
No, it's not. There was times where I'd just be like going to the pub and not really skating that much, but don't know. I was like, I kind of realised skateboarding is a fucking really healthy thing to do, and I love doing it. And I think it's something precious, and you just gotta fucking do it, man, whilst you're physically able to do it.
What do the people that you work with, or the people that you go to the pub with, think of skateboarding? Sometimes it's quite hard to explain exactly what you're doing, and it can seem like people just don't really get it. Is there ever like a difficulty with that?
Yeah, they think it's weird, don't they? But then they'll be like, oh, what? So you do competitions and stuff like that?
Yeah, straight away.
Like, oh, so are you a competition skateboarder? It's just like, no, I don't do that. It's just like, it's how the fuck do you explain skateboarding to?
I've never
to
successfully done it.
How do you explain skateboarding to somebody who has no fucking idea what skateboarding is? It's like an outlet. It's like some people go and do painting or something like that, or like some people go and play football. But I think it's even more than that. Like skateboarding is like so unpredictable, and it's like brings you so much happiness and like so much joy, and it can bring you so much shit as well at the same time, because it's like when you don't have a good skate, it's like the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're so passionate about it, and Why do you think we're so passionate about skateboarding? I feel like I don't know myself
Because
of the time, but
It's probably because we're secretly like artists deep down inside. We just want to create like the perfect art video.
I mean,
Art video.
artistic video.
Really artist.
It's a good question, though. Why do we actually feel like we want to do it? Because it's like we all stress. Do you stress when you skate at all?
Do I stress? Yeah, of course I of course I do.
Yeah. And where do we think that sort of that stress comes from?
This is the interesting thing about skateboarders. This is like a trait in skateboarders. Is like because we care about it so much, and we want to like put out something which means something. We just want to put out any half-assed fucking shit, do we? Like,
you want it to be the best.
You want it to be the best, and you want to express yourself for it, and you want it to represent you, and you want it to have a personality and like a signature to the way that you are as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you can go and do whatever, can't you? Like you go and play football on every Thursday on the five-a-side or whatever. Which is fair enough. It's good for your health, it's good for your fitness and stuff, and it's like a good thing to do. But skateboarding is such a difficult, man. It's
very different.
It's a really hard thing to explain, man.
It's not just an athletic thing. It's miles away from that. Having an image in skateboarding is quite a funny thing, because I know that certain kids look up to your the way you look and want to shave their hair into a Mohican and like get tattoos on their legs. And that's a funny thing.
It's just real, man.
You've got tattoos all down your legs.
Yeah, it's like my mum and dad are covered in tattoos.
Are they?
I've grown up around tattoos. I've always had a big admiration for it and a big respect for it. It's something I was going to do eventually. You know.
How covered are you right now?
Just from the legs down.
From the legs down. So you got nothing on your upper body?
Nothing on the upper torso, yeah.
Why not?
So I just want to get my legs completed first. Like my first tattoos were on my knees. And then it just went from there, went across the legs and stuff like that, but I don't really want to...
Are you planning on doing the whole body eventually?
I reckon so. I'm fucking scared of getting my stomach done, my ribs done. That's gonna.
For what reason?
Pain. It's gonna fucking really hurt.
Yeah.
It will really hurt.
But you want to do the whole. You want to do the whole body ultimately.
Yeah, at some point I will. Yeah.
Do you ever get any reactions from people in the public from having like? Some people could be quite intimidated by. I guess you have like a Mohican and then like. Quite a punk exterior and attitude and tattoos and stuff. Like
a punk exterior, but a heart of a tiny kitten.
Yeah, and I know that, but a lot of people don't.
Well, this is the problem. This is
Do you ever get?
Yeah.
Any sort of reactions or anyone? Has anyone said anything about like your tattoos or your like?
Yeah, well, most people like them, man. Most people enjoy it and they like to see it.
Or you see the tattoos as an addiction of some sort.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like every like. My legs are pretty covered now, but there's a few like little spots of like empty flesh, and I'm just like, I need to get something in there just to complete it.
Why do you feel like you need to get something in there?
Because bare skin doesn't look that great when there's other tattoos surrounding it, unless it's done in a certain. Like my legs are like they're pretty compact tattoo-wise. and then I've got the odd like empty space, and it just looks at our place, and I'd love to fill it. It's an addiction. It's definitely an addiction.
Do you think you're into quite a lot of like punk music and like maybe ska as well?
Yeah.
And has your music influences affected how you've presented yourself?
Yes.
Tattoos and clothing and like Mohican and stuff. And then could you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my parents were very musical. My dad's like a drummer in like a rockabilly band. My mum's a singer. They're in like bands together and stuff like that. So I grew up around a lot of fucking, you know, a lot of characters, a lot of music and stuff like that. I was like exposed to music which like most people wouldn't hear normally. And that kind of rubs up in your personality. I mean, you look at like ska people, like ska skinheads and stuff. They got skinheads, they got bomber jackets, they got like Dr. Martens and like rolled up trousers. Look at punks, they got leather jackets, they got fucking Mohicans and stuff like that. You know, and it has nothing to do with skateboarding at all, in the slightest. But it's just, don't know. My parents are very alternative, and they're very like pretty crazy, really. And I guess it's kind of rubbed off of me.
I think that sort of thing looks really good on a skateboard. And trick choice as well. How do you feel about trick choice? Maybe this can be censored, I don't know.
Trick choices of tricks?
Yeah. How do you have a certain way of skating? Ollieing onto things, hippie jumping things, but also having the ability to be very technical on a ledge.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I used to skate ledges a lot. And I was more concerned with doing like a switchback tail shove and stuff like that, which takes time. And to me, like taking the time to do that technical trick isn't really worth the outcome unless it's something special, do you know what I mean? So what I'd rather do is I'd rather go fast and just ollie things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Ollie things, do basic things, do them with a bit more style maybe. As long as it, mainly like just do things just looks. There's nothing worse than seeing somebody do like a technical trick and they've been struggling to do it, and then they land it, and you can see that they've been trying for fucking ages, and it's just like they do it, and they're a bit like, oh, I'll take that because it's taking me that long. I'd rather just bomb the street and just like do a fucking couple of ollies and go fast and stuff, you know, do a couple of hippie jumps. But it's always important to have the eye to look for what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to find different ways to approach obstacles, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's so many ways of looking at everything in front of you. Skateboarding kind of allows you to like explore that.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about skateboarding is you can be what you want to be who you want to be on a skateboard, and you can express yourself on a skateboard. You know, that's like to me that's the crux of it, man. Like when I go out on my skateboard and stuff, and I like roll down the street and I'm rolling past all these people and they're walking and like shopping and shit, it's like fuck, man, like bombing through on your skateboard, you're free, you're like a bird almost, you know what I mean?
Do people ever look at, do you see people turning their heads at you?
Oh, yeah.
You have like quite a like tattoos on the legs and then like wearing like leather jackets and like Mohican and stuff, and people like must turn heads.
Yeah, of course, man, but it's not because of the way I look, it's because they're jealous, man. You have any skateboarder go past a group of people and they're just jealous, man, because they can't move that freely. It's time for a Guinness. Should we stop for another Guinness?
Yeah, maybe we'll have a Guinness break. Can we pause it?
Yeah.
This is a Guinness break.
Yeah.
Right, we're recording. Alright, so we're back. Oh my god, I just spilled my whole fucking drink over.
Back in action. All over those Supreme trousers as well.
Fuck! Okay.
So he'll try it.
Alright. So you've been skating in Bristol for a very long time. And the main places that people skate are what? College Green and Lloyds. What's your views on College Green and Lloyds?
Fuck Lloyds. It's fucking whack. College Green is where it's at.
And why?
Nah, just like personally for me, College Green is just like sacred territory. Do you know what I mean? It's like, mate, the amount of stuff which has happened at College Green.
I mean, it's right in the centre of Bristol. It's where all the skaters meet.
Yeah, it's just a little piece of flat ground, and there's nothing there. There's some benches and some little tiny curbs and stuff.
Tesco across the road that sells beers.
Tesco's across the road
sells
beers. Yeah, exactly. But no, we were going to College Green and I was like 13 years old, and seeing like Dan Wildman skate there and like Trotman and fucking Matt Keel and people like that. I don't know, it's just always I don't know, it's there's a strange sort of like vortex to it. It just like makes people go there and gather there, do you know what I mean?
Especially in the summer, and it's so close to 50-50 that people do seem to congregate there, but you have like you've done a few things over the benches there, you know. It's hard to do things over the benches.
I love the benches, man. I remember when Paul Alexander used to skate down there, I was like 17, 18, and he was the one who got me to ollie the bench. He's like egging me on today, and it's like, wow, fucking get it, ollie the bench. And I did, and it was like, from then on, it was just like wicked, man. But there used to be such a strong crew of us down there. Like, you could go down any time of the day, like any day of the week, and there'd be a massive gang of us down there. We would take the place over. Yeah. And it was like, it's pretty rare that people can do that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose.
But it was like such a tight crew. And there's always be crazy shit happening. There'd be like people coming up like trying to fucking attack us and shit.
Yeah, what was there any? I heard there was a fight there.
Which one?
There was there was one that stands out.
I don't know which one you're on about, but I remember one time, it was like summertime, we was skating, sitting down, drinking beer on a bench, and all of a sudden out of nowhere all these fucking these football hooligans, they were dressed in like England fucking kits. I think the World Cup was on at the time. They came onto the grass, they came over and just started attacking them, like kicking them, like fucking punching them, etc. Like one dude just knocked out, and they were like stamping his head and stuff. It was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. And then they lifted his head up when he was unconscious and like fucking smashed a bottle in his face. And that was like, it was like stomach turning, do you know what I mean? It was like fucking absolutely disgusting. We've had like crackheads down there like licking out their girlfriends and like spitting it into like our mates' faces. But it'd be like a fucking full-scale riot. We've had people come down in like on their stag do's all dressed up in dresses, trying to like start on us, like trying to attack skateboarders and stuff. And all of a sudden like Jack Collins would come out of nowhere and just fucking knock these guys out. Like loads of stuff has happened at College Green, man. Like so many stories.
I remember hearing about that one in particular, where some sort of stag do, and someone was asking to do something on someone's board, and there was a bet, and then it turned into very quickly.
Yeah, then the guy was like, to Huey, like Big Huey from Jersey, he's like, if you could wrestle me to the ground, I'll give you 20 quid. So he fucking just ran at this dude, like floored him, and then said, "Where's my 20 quid?" "Oh, you're not getting your 20 quid." He started kicking off and started trying to swing for everybody. Ran towards Jack Collins, like full pelt, like trying to rugby tackle him. Jack sort of stepped to the left, and then just met him with his fist into his chin, and the guy was like blank, like just knockout. Do you know what I mean? And just slid into the fucking ground, man. Oh, it's absolutely crazy. That's to mention a fucking, a few. so much fucking crazy stuff's happened down there. But I love College. I love College Green, man.
College Green. Everyone in Bristol skated College Green, and they know their way around College Green. Seems like most of the people from Skateboard Cafe have been like they've done their time at College Green.
Yeah. Apart from Arnold. Arnold's never been a fan of College Green.
Did you not like it? I didn't like it either, so I'm with him on that. But yeah. So Skateboard Cafe, how's that been over the last 3 years or something? I've been obviously a part of it, but for you, how's it changed?
Well, it was a funny one really, because I remember going to 50 and Rich had this new Canon camera and he's like really hyped. He's like, oh, let's film some stuff. And this is before, you know, he was doing his Skateboard Cafe videos of like all his fucking friends from back home, like Mark and Bill and all those guys. And he's like, oh, let's get some clips. So our first clips we got was at College Green, like. Yeah, then he got some boards printed, and he's like, oh, like, take a couple of boards, like, let's film together. Let's try do something. And it just kind of went forever. We made a couple of promos, and then Sean Curry was hyped on it, and Sean Curry wanted to get in on it. So it's like, yeah, fucking wicked, Sean. And Josh Arnold was skating with us a lot, so then Josh got on, and then Karan got on. And then there was like a young man from Leeds.
Not from Leeds.
A young man residing in Leeds, and his name was Mike Arnold.
Oh, you can't trust a man with that name.
Yeah, then it was like 5 of us, and then yeah, we just started filming for al fresco and stuff, and
yeah, that was very intense. But like, we were all very passionate about what we wanted to do.
Yeah, it was so sick.
It was really just like, I don't know, it felt like exactly what we wanted to be doing at that time. We're going to be making this video, and it's going to be sick.
It was sick.
It was really intensive, and everyone was very involved in like what everyone else was doing, you know, like.
Yeah.
And that was a sick project to have on.
Yeah, and it's just sort of grown into the company which it is now, and it's like it's a legit company. It's a real legit company, and it's like one of the best fucking brands in the UK for sure, man. And yeah, I got to thank Rich for that, because without having things to focus on skate-wise, you know, projects and filming and getting stuff done for Cafe, and I don't think I would be doing as much skating or being focused on skating as I am
you
now.
have more time to be looking into aliens and that sort of business, alien conspiracy theories. I mean, that is
mate, it's not a conspiracy theory. This is the difference. It's not a conspiracy theory.
So what's your view on aliens?
On UFOs and aliens, but the evidence of UFOs visiting our atmosphere and performing manoeuvres which is technologically out of our grasp at the moment, like, you know, and I'm not even talking about right now, I'm talking about from the 40s, you know. The evidence of these UFOs, these intelligently controlled craft visiting our atmosphere, is absolutely undeniable, and they seem to have a lot of interest in our welfare and also their welfare.
Do you think they're more out for? Do they care about us? Are they trying to make a difference in a positive way, or?
Well, you got to look at it like this way. Come 1945, end of World War II, where he dropped a nuclear bomb in Hiroshima.
Atomic, yeah.
Is it atomic? Was it atomic or nuclear?
Atomic.
It was atomic, wasn't it? But we're detonating these bombs, these devices with so much fucking power, but we don't know the implications what that has on other civilizations, which we don't even know about. Because matter can be in two places at the same time, and this has been proven. This is a law of physics now. But anyway, so imagine you're an advanced civilization, and you're looking down at these fucking humans who are arguing about religion and arguing about money and oil and stuff like this, and having wars. All of a sudden, they've got a nuclear bomb. That nuclear bomb can cause so much fucking damage, but they're going to be interested. So that entails a huge amount of UFO activity over nuclear silos and testing facilities and all sorts of places. But they're seen all over the world, and it's like military pilots are reporting it. Normal members of the public are reporting back on it. Astronauts are coming back and saying they've seen stuff. The evidence for it is pretty staggering, to be honest.
And so, what do you think their motive is? Why would aliens be observing us from this close range?
Because we've got to the age now where we can, like I said before, we can develop nuclear bombs. We can develop nuclear weapons, and that's like a really big thing, That's a huge thing, and like we could destroy our planet quite easily. Like Russia fires a nuclear bomb, America fires a nuclear bomb. Yeah. The whole world is going to be a fucking cinder. And this world is full of like natural resources, natural beauty, and we don't know, that could be affecting their planet as well, or it could be affecting space and things that these civilizations are using. Do you know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. Yeah. So the reason I got into like looking into UFOs and stuff like that was me and my friend Grant had finished work. We was driving through Gloucestershire, and we was driving on a little farm track to get onto the A46. So it's like a little B road. I noticed this thing in the sky, and to be honest, a couple of nights before, I noticed the same thing. It was like a big bright light, like a star, and it was blinking on and off. And I seen this thing again. I was like, Grant. He was driving. I said, Grant, look at this star up here. It keeps like behaving weird. It's like he looked at it. And he said, "Oh, it's nothing. Like, don't worry about it." As soon as he put his van into first gear to pull off, the light disappeared, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Then for like 5 minutes, it started just doing this like flash on, flash off, like backwards and forwards. Then it disappeared. Then in this place reappeared 3 lights in a perfectly equilateral triangle formation. And then it started moving, and it sort of came over the van. Really? And I was like, Grant, like we need to fucking get out of here, man. This is scary.
Right on cue.
There's the aliens now. Yeah, and the more you look into it, and the more you look into the evidence from military personnel, radar, normal people being abducted, people witnessing these strange like beings, and they're all describing the same thing from all across the whole world.
It conflicts what you are sort of prescribed to believe in. Like you haven't been given information from going to school or etc. to be open to things like this, but you've now got to the stage where you believe in this sort of thing. Do you feel that that's changed your view on life in any way? Does it change your perspective on it?
Listen, I don't know whether these beings and these crafts are interdimensional or they're travelling from other solar systems. I don't know. But the fact is, like, these things are obviously like far superior in their technology to what we are. And they've probably been around a lot longer than us. And I'm sure that they understand how our Earth evolved and like where we came from, and how this Earth is such a precious thing, and we need to look after it. We're not. We're just completely fucking up. And You look at like people who have had contact with these beings who are, you know, apparently flying these UFOs, and the main message they're getting from them is that us humans are really wrecking the planet, and we need to really fucking sort it out.
I wonder what their planet's like. It's probably a paradise, maybe.
Who knows, man? Fucking hell. Probably got waterfalls made of Guinness, you know?
Maybe that's a good time to end it. I think that rounds it off pretty good.